This week in comic book hauls, Zach took a nap, then read all the fucking comics in one sitting. What a piece of shit. Not only that, but then I grouped them. So the first group will be Marvel, DC, then Image. And as you will know, I'm missing the latest issue of Daredevil because I left it in the car. And fuck you, you'll never know what it was or how well it was. Never again. Or will. God, I wish I was asleep. Captain America issue 2. I didn't realize this, but after a while I was like, this looks like a kick-ass artist, and it is. So that's cool. And Captain America with I think it's a little girl, but at one time he called him a he. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a little girl. If not, fuck it. It's a little kid, and they're in another dimension called Z or whatever, where it's basically a wasteland, and they're trying to live, and everything's fucking insane. It's pretty hardcore, and they've apparently been living there for a year, and it's kind of neat seeing Captain America in like a zombie apocalypse. Well, in a wasteland of sorts with monsters. Also, I'm not going to say it was a good issue after every issue. They're all good unless I specifically say they weren't. Time saving, right? Indestructible Hulk 2. I'm glad I picked this up because the first one was like, well, it's good, I'll see where it goes. This one was freaking awesome because, first of all, why is Iron Man like in that suit? Everything, he's in that suit. I guess they're like, fuck it, he needs to have a different colored suit. Which is fine, it looks cool. But, you know, Tony and Bruce Banner have shit to deal with because they're both super smart. Bruce Banner's jealous because, you know, everyone loves Iron Man and Tony Stark and think he's the smartest guy. And then when you think of Bruce Banner, like, oh, the Hulk. It's like, well, I'm fucking smart too. And, you know, they kind of have a brain battle. And you kind of see their bromance existing, but then them, like, having feuds. It's kind of interesting. I really liked it. Wolverine the X-Men, issue 22. From last issue, all the teachers from Wolverine, Beast, Storm, Iceman, all that junk, have been brainwashed by Frankenstein into working into a circus, only in comics, right? And the Jean Grey School of Witchcraft and Wizardry balls are coming to help and save the day. And, you know, of course, the Hellfire Kid's there, too. But, you know, they're finally breaking the mental capacity of whatever the spell is, so, you know, them trying to escape that and whatever. Scarlet Spider, I'm glad the Carnage thing's over, and it's setting up, you know, him saying, well, fuck, I never wanted to be a superhero. I wanted to go to Mexico, but fuck it, I'll be a superhero anyways. Ooh, boodly-doo. Hawkeye, issue 6. Awesome series going on right now. In this one, those guys that say bro nonstop, who originally owned the apartment building that he now owns and lives at, are like, if you don't move the fuck out, we're gonna kill everyone. And it's basically him manning up because, you know, even though he's cool, he's like, well, I'll be the better man and leave because I don't want people to die. And it's kind of him celebrating Christmas, so kind of a Christmas issue too. Avengers Plus X-Men issue 3 with Black Panther and Storm teaming up, and Gambit and Hawkeye. Black Panther and Storm don't really do anything. They just kind of, you know, we used to be married in Avengers vs. X-Men. And then Gambit and Hawkeye are just kind of like, who's the prettiest boy and get a girl's number. Not bad. Could have probably been better. Speaking of could have been better, Avengers issue 2. I'm liking it, but it seems that nothing's really happening. Like, the villain in it, I don't even know what the fuck. Like, he's a creator, but wants to destroy and is sending slug monsters to Earth, and, like, all this, and, like, Thor and Hulk and Black Widow, I think, and Hawkeye and Iron Man are captured on Mars, and Captain America is, like, you know, getting, other Avengers, such as Captain Marvel and all them stuff. I'm really hoping to see some fighting and some understanding of the villain. Thor issue 3, him doing his stuff, past, present, and future, fighting that god butcher. Pretty pleasant. Get out of here. Asshole cat. All new X-Men, Cyclops versus Cyclops. They finally meet, and what do? They fucking fight for a couple seconds. But it's nice to see them finally meet and, go at it and find out what's happening to Beast with his mutation. Thunderbolts. Hell yeah, this is fucking gonna be awesome. So far, so good. Seeing all these dudes team up, Deadpool, Elektra, Venom, who's Flash Thompson, so he's like Army Venom, Deadpool and Red Hulk, and Punisher, they finally are going and doing a mission, so it's nice to see them kick ass. Now to DC. DC presents Black Devil and Fuck, I keep doing that. Black Lightning and Blue Devil. They're fighting this whale fucking asshole, and there's a big-ass demon that he summoned, and there's a drug that literally makes you explode. I don't know why you would do a drug that makes you explode, but that's on the streets, and they're trying to, they fight zombie people, too. This is one of the better DC, so far most of the DC universe presents are pretty good, but I'm glad they're keeping up with their tradition of being good. Moloch, or whatever you pronounce that, finishes the story of that guy from Watchmen that has the pointy ears, and you see how it all comes together and all that stuff, with Ozymandias. He worked for Ozymandias, and Ozymandias is planned, with Dr. Manhattan, and how he comes into the picture and stuff. Pretty mastermind riff. Batwoman, I don't know. It's kind of interesting to see from a cop's point of view, but this whole issue is almost from this cop's point of view, which is interesting. But I guess I just wasn't in the mood for that, so I didn't really like this issue because Batwoman's with fucking Wonder Woman. I want to see what the fuck they're doing. Hell yeah. And then there's hey, I'm a cop. Who? Okay issue, but bring back the Batwoman. New Guardians, the Green Lantern. Kyle Gardner's finally learning avarice or greed or whatever, the Orange Lantern shit. And, he's finally almost done. And soon he'll have all the shit conquered. And he's going to beat the shit out of the Guardians. Because, God, fuck the Guardians. They're assholes. They're the asshole Third Army and the First Lantern. And fuck Catwoman. She has a new story arc. It's kind of funny because it's like the Joker's shit's happening. She's like, fuck it, I'm doing whatever. But, she, I don't even know, is going after this black diamond that, turns you evil. Fuck. If you read this and understand or remember, read it and remember. Hey, cat, you know what's cool? Going over there. Doop-a-doop. Death of the Family, Red Hood. I'm actually kind of confused by this issue because I'm pretty sure the Teen Titans haven't had a Return of the Joker thing. And Tim Drake, I think's in this. It was a small panel, but he might be. I don't know. But, Red Hood trying to kick Joker's ass. It's nice to see them fight. And, of course, the crowbar, because, Joker killed him. But, it's nice, because Red Hood is like, fuck it, I will kill, I'm mad, So it's nice to see them fight, finally. Then just Death of the Family, Nightwing. Finally, Nightwing kicks into action with the whole Death of the Family. And it's most interesting because he's trying to start up the Haley the Haley Circus. And, with the Joker in town. That's not a good idea. Clowns and shit. Fucking shit's happening. Birds of Prey. I guess this is one of the last issues with Katana in it because, they're having a new Katana series come up. And, so they're kind of wrapping up what they're doing right now. they're fighting these ninja assholes that are trying to capture her and melt down her husband, the sword. At the very end, there's a nice twist because, you know, once Katana's basically leaving in this episode, this comic, so it's down to just 3 again, and they show a 4th person who's going to join. And if you've read comics before, you'll know who it is. The Whistling Skull, I picked this up because it looked fucking sweet. I probably will have to go back and reread stuff because it's kind of confused. Interesting characters I liked so far. I saw like the Whistling Skull and that guy, Nigel, and that cat person. I liked the art real well. I liked the time and the characters. Just kind of confused by what's happening and what the fuck. At first I thought he was like, what the fuck is zombie dude? I'm pretty sure it's a mask. Shows how much I pay attention. Green Lantern fucking basically wraps up that new Green Lantern, what's his face? Where, you know, since he stole a car, which had a bomb in it, so he's blamed for the bomb, and he's like, no, I just stole the car, the bomb thing. Finally, that gets solved up, and we can finally go back and find out, you know, what the fuck Hal Jordan and Sinestro are doing. Cat. Now, the Image Saga, good to see them. What's going on? As from last issue with the giant with his giant ugly fucking dick, you know, not a very good thing to see. But, you know, interesting, you know, she's bonding with the dude's dad, and he's talking to his mom because they're racist, because he's an antler fucker, and she's a flying bitch. Good issue. Thief of Thieves. I'm really kind of almost lost because, I don't know, I guess just too many comics and this too few in between. I'm going to have to reread on Thief of Thieves because I kind of felt a little lost what was happening. You know, it was interesting. I know, you know, what's happening with this dude and his son and the girlfriend. I'm not good with remembering names. I'm just that dude. But Robert Kirkman knows how to write. Only one more issue of Happy after this. Grant Morrison and Transmetropolitan's Derek, I think it's Derek, Robertson. You know, finally the twist happens, and, you know, I want to see that little girl saved. God damn you, asshole. Go save her. Save her. And then, Revival, the graphic novel, whatever you want, the first 5 issues of that. Was kind of expecting, like, a weird zombie story, but it's actually way better than that. And this, just in this small town, people just came back to life. They're dead. Not like grave dead, but like in the morgue or at a funeral home or something, you know. Just, oh, I'm alive, what? And some of them are kind of crazy. And they also regenerate and they're fucking nuts. Like one scene, some chicks, like, just goes berserk and starts killing and, you know, breaking shit and shit and shit. Oh. Let's see what Selena's doing. Man, you come up well on the camera, don't you? Because you're so fucking black. You're a cat, you should.